So I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Everyone's has this craze about the bubble, and are we in a bubble? Are we going to pop? And a lot of people think because in Canada, and Randy talks about it a lot with immigration. How we have a lot of people coming into Canada every year. So pretty much, if there's, some people think that even if there's a bubble, because of the amount of people coming in, that will kind of give us like at least a bit of a floor. So maybe we'll come down a bit, but because of the amount of people coming in, it should stop the pain, right? But as many of you who are in the market or who are looking to get in the market probably know, the market is changing. We're not getting the crazy 3-day listings, 25 offers with buyers literally clawing over people to try to get a bid in and not get overbid for the 10th, 20th time, right? So things are slowing down. Things are changing. They're coming more like a usual real estate market, right? You're not just putting a house on the market and within the weekend you're gone, you're sold. Um, so while some think of a bubble as something that's going to be popped and it's going to come down, others argue again that because of the population, because of all the people coming into Canada, like again, Canada's a great place to live. People want to be here, um, so we should have a bit of a base. But if you kind of look into the numbers and if you kind of dig a bit deeper, you'll see some trends, right? So for one, actually one thing with immigrants is actually they're actually considering leaving because of the increase in cost of living. Like a survey was done, and 1 in 5 surveyed said they are planning on leaving within 2 years. That's the first thing. Secondly, demand has plummeted for sorry, the demand for homes has plummeted in the recent times, especially with all these increases in interest rates and so forth. It's becoming much harder to qualify for the same mortgage you could have qualified for just a few months ago, right? So, and also when you chart Canada's population to the price of new home prices, there actually is no relation there. So even though you might think because we have people coming into Canada that should increase the demand, but when you chart those two things together, and it might be up on the screen for you to see now, there's no correlation. So if you go back to 1988-90, at that time, the population was outpacing what it is now, and still the market crashed at that point. So again, while some of you might think that because of the immigration, because of all the people, there's not necessarily that same demand. And finally, with mortgage prices, right? It's really the price of actually owning a home is what's more, what kind of drives the pricing. Like it's even for right now. Right now, the person who could have afforded $1 million for a home, that person's not there anymore. They can now maybe afford 800,000, 900,000, depending on how they qualify. So it's not necessarily, even though the house may have sold for $1 million last month, if the next buyer only has 800,000, well then either you take 800,000 or you don't sell the house, right? So that's kind of what's going on with the market. Um, so for those of you listening or watching, what do you believe? Are prices doomed to fall, or will this just be a little blip in the road and things are going to continue as they've been going?